Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1 and this is the news. The Minneapolis City Council has come up with an initiative, a ballot initiative that will appear before the voters in November. They needed $1 million to put this thing on the ballot, and they got that, and they got half of that money, $500,000, from the Open Society Policy Center, which is run by George Soros. Also, Lebanon. Their economy has collapsed. They have hyperinflation, they have rolling blackouts, they do not have enough power for their country. They've had a 40% drop in GDP. They have over 400% food inflation. Medical professionals have fled the country. This really got moving along because of the Beirut explosion. This was at the major explosion at the port. And this just really accelerated their economic decline. Over 100 people were killed, 4,000 people were injured, and over 300,000 people lost their homes from this huge explosion. The Prime Minister and government officials after the explosion resigned, and their government now is very weak, and I would consider this a failed state. Watch this very carefully, because this is what the United States could be like in a few years. The Federation of State Medical Boards has come out and said all doctors that put out any information that is false about the COVID-19 will have their licenses revoked. There's a Swedish biomedical analyst that says you are going to need 5 vaccine shots to be fully vaccinated. There is an alternative motive, I believe, with this individual, because they're also an executive in a vaccine manufacturing plant in Sweden. But this is also echoed by an Israeli doctor that says you're going to need a lot more shots, because right now they're seeing 85 to 90% of people right now with COVID in the hospital are fully vaccinated with the 2 shots. And they're also seeing that it's starting that some people that have had the booster shot in Israel are also going into the hospital with complications. U.S. Congressman Maxine Waters has come out and said mandatory, no exceptions, vaccines for everyone in the United States. Finally, H.R. 4953. This bill is to amend the International Revenue Code of 1986. And inside that, if you look very carefully, you will see a section that will all semi-automatic weapons that accept the 10-round box magazines will need to be now considered under the National Firearms Act. So you will have to register them. You will have to have all required background checks, and this will be conducted by the ATF. This bill was introduced August 6, 2021. It has 8 co-sponsors, and right now it is in the House Ways and Means Committee. You have to look very close. This is a backdoor way of trying to sneak in major gun legislation. Thanks for watching.